Shaq O'Neal, despite the weight of being Shaquille O'Neal's son and the difficulty of following in his father's size 22 shoes, is determined to pursue a career in professional basketball. What does he have under his belt right now? To what extent is Shaq reacting to the news? The NBA's Developmental League squad has signed another high-profile player. Shaquille O'Neal's son, Shaq O'Neal, signs a six-figure deal with G League Ignite. After going unselected in the NBA draft last month, Shaq O'Neal has signed a six-figure contract with the G League Ignite squad, with hopes of eventually making it to the NBA like his father Shaquille did. After a string of health issues interrupted by the younger O'Neal's college career left him undrafted this year, he is now attempting to boost his profile. However, Shaq O'Neal didn't give up hope and prepared for the Los Angeles Lakers' summer season. Shaq has had a rocky beginning to his career, but he is well on his way to a successful future. What is the G League Ignite? The G League Ignite was established in 2020 as a pathway to professional basketball for exceptional NBA talents who chose not to play basketball in college. The Ignite's regular season schedule is made up of exhibition games against G League and overseas clubs. The G League Ignite gives draft aspirants a chance to earn a wage while competing against other G League teams and learning the ropes of being an NBA professional. It's a different path than going to a university for a year or playing overseas before entering the NBA draft. A career start for Shaq O'Neal. O'Neal recently participated in the NBA Summer League for his father's former team, the Lakers. O'Neal, who is 6 foot 10 inches tall and weighs 215 pounds, attended the G League Elite Prospect Camp back in May. At 22 years old, O'Neal wasted 4 years of his life at university. Having originally committed to Arizona, he changed his mind and joined UCLA, where he missed his freshman year due to a heart ailment that required surgery. Then, amid his second year at UCLA, he transferred to LSU, his father's alma mater, where he had a foot injury in each of his first 2 seasons and did not play again until his senior year. "Vegas, let's do it," O'Neal wrote on Twitter, sharing the news about joining the Henderson, Nevada-based team. "Thank you, Ignite." No details of the contract have been made public, but since the average salary of a G League player is $137,000, this is a significant sum of money for a roster position. How good is Shaq O'Neal? ESPN's Top 100 ranked O'Neal as the 32nd best player in the class of 2018 and gave him 4 stars for his recruiting efforts. He went to Crossdale School in Santa Monica, California. He was rated as the number 2 player in his region, the number 1 player in the state, and the 9th overall in his class at his position. When O'Neal first committed to Arizona, the Wildcats were among the many schools that had shown interest in signing him. After an FBI investigation into corruption in college basketball drew attention to the Wildcats, O'Neal changed his mind and decided to play for UCLA instead. O'Neal had to sit out his freshman year after undergoing heart surgery, but he played for UCLA this past season. O'Neal averaged 2.2 points and 2.9 rebounds throughout 13 games. After his redshirt freshman year, he made the move to LSU to play for the Tigers, his father's alma mater. O'Neal played in 24 games throughout 2 seasons, averaging 2.8 points, 3.1 rebounds, and 11.4 minutes per game. O'Neal had 9.7 rebounds and 1 block in 19 minutes against Missouri, LSU's toughest opponent this past season. In the same week as the NBA Draft Combine, O'Neal will be attending the G League Elite Camp in Chicago. NBA and NBA G League hopefuls have the chance to impress NBA and NBA G League scouts, coaches, and front office executives over 3 days at the G League Elite Camp. In his sole exhibition game, O'Neal put up impressive numbers: 11 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists on 5 for 10 shooting in 21 minutes. Like father, like son. Shaq's father was Shaquille O'Neal, a power player for the Houston Rockets who was 7 feet tall and weighed more than 320 pounds. Shaq who is 6 feet 10 inches tall, went to LSU. His father, at 50, has a solid reputation in the field. He was a 4-time NBA champion with the Los Angeles Lakers and Miami Heat, a 15-time All-Star, and the 2000 NBA MVP. Furthermore, both his number 32 and number 34 have been retired in honor of him in their respective cities, Miami and Los Angeles. Shaq is now one of the most well-known people in the United States, thanks to his sponsorship deals with companies like Icy Hot and TNT, where he works as an analyst. What does Shaq have to say about this? The 22-year-old athlete said in June that his father didn't want him to enter the NBA draft, despite his wishes. Shaq did not finish his undergraduate degree before entering the NBA, but he did return to LSU to do it after he had already made a name for himself in the league. Following that, he earned a master's degree from the online University of Phoenix and a doctorate from Barry University. Sharif stated this about his father during a Lakers session before Summer League. "He wanted me to stay in school. He is aware that I train in groups, but I won't lie, we haven't talked about it yet. To be honest, I feel like I'm just experiencing it." Sharif told ESPN that he wanted to improve himself via basketball and that the two of them were adults who could get past it. Sharif played power forward for the LSU Tigers before signing with the franchise, the same team his father played for before being drafted first overall by the Orlando Magic in 1992. The ambitious NBA player, though, hasn't had as smooth a road to the league as his father did back in the day. "I feel like my story and he is completely different now. I experienced things that he did not," Sharif said. He was the first overall pick in the draft. "I had to put forth some serious effort to get here. I put in a lot of long hours of grinding. In the previous 4 years, I've had to overcome a lot: foot injuries, heart surgeries, and more. It was all laid bare by him. If Shaq doesn't like it, that's okay with Sharif. He wants to carve his path in the NBA regardless of what his father thinks." What other players are included? O'Neal, former 5-star high school talent Scott Henderson, Washington State transfer Effie Abadjati, 5-star Canadian Leonard Miller, and French 18-year-old Sidi Sissoko will all be part of the 2022-23 Ignite roster. Australian Dyson Daniels, number 8 overall, American Marjan Beauchamp, number 24, and Jamaican Jaden Hardy, number 37, in the second round were the 3 players chosen by the Ignite in last month's draft. O'Neal's Summer League debut with the Los Angeles Lakers was a failure, and the next logical step for him is to play on the Ignite Club, which is comprised of promising draft prospects. The Athletic reports that several teams were intrigued by O'Neal's athleticism and pedigree throughout the entirety of last month's pre-draft and Summer League schedules. O'Neal's rookie season stats include 4.7 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 10.9 minutes per game. O'Neal's future Ignite teammates, American-Ukrainian player Pooh Jeter, welcomed the team's newest player on Twitter. "Yes, sir, welcome to the family, champ," Jeter wrote. "Let's do it," O'Neal replied in a tweet. What does the future hold for Sharif O'Neal? Sharif O'Neal had a terrible go in the Summer League, but former Los Angeles Lakers player and coach Byron Scott thinks he still has a future in the NBA. Shaq gave him some words of wisdom about the pressures of being the son of an NBA star. "There's no way your life could go the way mine did. Your personal decision is required," I kept telling him. "You will never be me. Don't believe those who would try to pass you off as me. Get your act together, master your aesthetic. You'll have to live with that name for better or worse. Nonetheless, make your path." That should help relieve some of the strain on Sharif O'Neal so that he can create his path. This ends our video for today. What are your thoughts on Sharif O'Neal's approach to the NBA? Share with us. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to see more interesting NBA news. See you next time.